We're here with Mission Motorsport. We've got the hand-controlled BRZ behind me now, and we are giving an opportunity for those guys with the charity that are lower limb disabled, the opportunity to drive around the Nürburgring, which is a real red letter day and on everybody's bucket list of things to do.
I'm Steve Binns. I'm an ex-paratrooper, served in Northern Ireland and the Falklands, and that's some time ago, and had a slight accident 20 days after returning from the Falklands and broke my back on a motorbike. Mission Motorsport, we have a common aim, and that is just to put people in seats and enjoy it, regardless of the challenges that they may have in their lives. At Mission Motorsport, we keep it friendly, we keep it aware of everybody's different and their needs. 2 years ago, it was a learning curve, re-disability and things, because at that time, we didn't have an adapted car. So everybody else got to go out and drive the car around the ring. But I just had to, make do is the wrong word, but I just had to embrace the passenger rides. We went away with a lot of effort and we got a group together. So there's 3 paraplegics, myself included. The challenge was to take a car that was a Cat N write-off and put it back to road legal, which was sponsored by eBay, which was fantastic. We did that on the condition that we could have the car back and change it into a race car, and we did. And the Subaru have got behind the project. They think it's great. We think they're great. Yeah. So here we are now, back at the Nürburgring 2 years later, with the car that's fully adapted to be driven, and this time I'll be taking the car around the track. Unfortunately, in the lead up, the car was ready to go, fantastic, but there was a little small incident, let's say, which happens to us all, I believe, so everybody tells me over and over again. So I managed to have a slight contact with the barriers at the top of Shelsey Walsh hill climb. What makes it worse is, it's one thing doing it to your own car, but when you do it to the charity's car, it makes it doubly worse. But especially as the car had a full programme of events to go to, including this one. Everybody was called to arms, favours were called in, Subaru jumped on board, other supporters came in, and mainly with a lot of work from Aston, who is our workshop manager, and it's risen a second time from the ashes. It's here, hopefully, to do some really tentative laps to start off with around the ring.
It's actually been a privilege to work with the guys to get the car up and mobile again. It's not really about the car or the brand of the make of the vehicle. It's about what the vehicle does, and I say it gives the guys the opportunity to get out on track. There was there was a long list of requests, not just from Rider Street. We actually managed to get a couple of bits over from Japan as well. I had the absolute privilege of going out in the car with Jim. It was my first time at the Nürburgring. He can pedal the car really quickly, but it's amazing how much grip the car has just naturally through the corners. Yeah, it was a real pleasure. This is a journey that we've been on with Mission for about 18 months. We supported them last year for their Race of Remembrance in November. Now we're at Destination Nürburgring. We'll be back at Race of Remembrance again this coming November. So yeah, this is one of a long list of things to do.
Mission Motorsport is the Forces Motorsport charity. We run just one of the avenues of recovery sport that's there to support those who've served the nation and their families. So we run a lovely, low-level national sporting programme that's helping people get off the sofa and get engaged and start to live again. Sport is amazing. It's restorative and healing, and you see it from the Paralympic Games to some of the things that allow people to go and compete and have a purpose. But motorsport, there is no disabled category. You adapt the vehicle instead of the sport, and they race on a level playing field against able-bodied. And that's incredibly powerful. But, you know, cars and motorbikes and things that move you, literally as well as figuratively, are, you know, some of the things that make life truly joyous and engaging. And it's also about personal freedoms as well. So if somebody's had a life-altering injury, how can they regain that personal freedom, the independence that they used to have? And often it's through engineering that we're able to do those things. The real joy of motorsport is, though, it's not about the drivers, it's about the team and making it happen as a group where you're working together to achieve a higher goal. And a lot of our stuff is gauged in that way, to be able to pick people up and put them alongside people that they'll find inspiring. And it will engage them and help them beyond the moment. And that's really what we're trying to do.
To be here at the ring with the Subaru and being able to take it round is so life affirming for me. It's the top. If I don't wake up tomorrow, it won't matter. I'll have finished. I've done. Tick the box. That's it. Sort of thing.